Hello everyone and welcome back to ArtHouse. I'm so happy to see you guys again. My name is Steven and you're in Steven's Space. So what I would like to do for everyone is for the next few videos, show you how to create some simple art projects using things from around your house. And for today's project, I'm going to show you how to create this cute, simple little baby bird using nothing but toilet paper rolls. I'm sure we have a lot of these lying around the house, and all you need is just 2 of these for the project. And I'm going to show you how to make this baby bird using nothing but toilet paper rolls. Now for this project, again, I want to find things that you have lying around your house. So what you'll need is a pair of scissors, a couple shades of permanent marker, or if you have just Crayola markers or any color markers will work as long as they're permanent. But I have a couple of permanent markers here. You'll need some white craft paint or any color you want. My bird was white, but you can make your bird any color you like. And again, up to you if you want to use some white school glue. Again, I just ask for some patience with the white glue because it does take a bit longer to dry, but for this product, I want to use again my hot glue gun. And if you have a hot glue gun at home, I ask your parents to come help you with that because it can be quite hot. So first thing you're going to do first is take your toilet paper rolls, and what you need to do is try your best to peel off all that leftover toilet paper stuck to the roll because it can be quite hard to take off. But I'm happy with that because it adds some texture to my bird, so I'm kind of happy with that. So what you want to do first is put one aside for now and take your handy scissors, and you want to create the head of your bird. So looking at my roll, I'm thinking, you know what, I want my body to be quite small and my head to be a little bigger than the body. So these kind of glue lines on a toilet paper roll kind of actually help you. So this line here, I'm going to cut that right here. So it's okay if you squeeze your paper roll. It's okay, it's not going to ruin the paper. And you're just going to cut along that line. Oops. Just like that. And maybe my assistant will throw me my bird's head. Ooh, thank you. So here's my bird's body and here's my bird's head. So what you want to do now is you want to create your beak for your bird. So as you can see, I cut a big opening here for my mouth. And all you do for that is take your scissors and you want to cut 2 triangles on either side of your cardboard tube. So what that looks like is, take my scissors and I'm going to cut coming in one way this way and coming in on a diagonal that way. So here is one triangle cut out, and you want to kind of mirror that or match that on the other side. So I'm going to flip it over, do the exact same on this side here, like that. So here's my bird's head, his beak, and that's going to sit just like that on my bird. It depends on your bird. If you want your bird to be looking more upwards, or even if you want it looking more sideways, I want my bird to look like he's begging his mama bird for some food. So that's going to sit right there. Now these are scraps, and you can just put them in recycling for now. Now you want to take your second tube, and with this tube you want to actually cut in half on either side to create 2 pieces. And I'll show you what that looks like. So you want to cut just down the center on one side, like this. And then you want to flip it over and cut exactly down the center on the other side to create 2 equal halves. Something that looks like this. So now you have 2 equal halves of your roll. And you want to do your best to try to flatten out those rolls because it's going to be a lot easier to cut when you're working with your cardboard. Then what you want to do is take one roll, or one side, sorry, because this is going to be your wings for your bird. And I'm going to cut on the diagonal. What that means is from this point to that point, I'm going to cut down and match those 2 lines. Something like this. 1, 2. And now I have 2 wings from my bird. And to make sure they're matched, I'm just going to follow the angle, and that's my wings for my bird. Now again, tell your own story on your bird. Do you want your wings to be maybe straight out like that? Do you want your wings to be backwards or forwards? That is totally up to you. Now my wings are a little large, so I want to cut them down just a little bit. So taking my straight edge here, I'm just going to take my scissors, cut them down like this. And now I have just a bit of a smaller shape, but I'm happy with that here. That adds some texture to your cardboard. If you want to make some feathers, I'll show you what you can do to create some feather look to your bird. So I'm going to use this angled side here to cut my feathers on. And what you do is you want to cut a bunch of triangle shapes into your cardboard tube. So what that looks like is just a small shape here and here. So it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And what that looks like, it looks like little teeth you're making in your cardboard. So you want to continue that all the way through until you have all of your feather shapes cut out. Great. Now that you've cut out your pointy parts, looks like a little Christmas tree. But now that you have your feathers cut out, we'll put this aside, and this is going to sit on your bird again. Tell your own story. I kind of like my wings to point downwards, my feathers. So my bird will sit, I'm going to maybe make mine move backwards like that. So my wings will sit backwards. Now the last thing you need to do is add a tail and maybe some head feathers if you like. So this is where the other piece that you cut in half comes into play. So what I want to do is on my piece here, I want to cut out a nice curved shape for his tail. So I'm going to cut out almost like a tongue shape. Looks something like this. A little tongue shape. And I want to cut the same thing, cut some feathers into your tail. So one. So it looks something like this. Here's my little tail feathers. And then on my bird here, I kind of also cut out some big triangles for his head feathers there. And I again found some pieces here, so maybe I'll cut a giant triangle piece there, another one here, and maybe one here. And these three pieces here, I'm just going to glue together like this, and then attach it to my bird's head. Now once you have all your pieces cut out, now it's time to glue them together. So for this product, I'm going to use my hot glue gun. So again, if you have a hot glue gun, please be careful when gluing. So I'm going to put a bit of hot glue right here on my bird, and then after attach it to his body like this, on this angle here. I'll hold it for 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, and that should hold it. And then now I'm going to put a bit of glue on his wings, facing downwards. So a bit of glue here, one on this side, and again hold it for a few seconds. And again, if you are using the white school glue, then you'll have to hold it for just a bit longer. So let's have some extra patience on that. So thank you for your patience while I get my bird glued together. Bit of hot glue here. As you can see, starting to take shape. And right now he looks like a bit of a cardboard creation, but once you add your paint and details, it'll come together. So what to do afterwards again is glue your tail bits together. His tail can sit right here. And then for his head pieces, these I will glue up in here into his head there for now. But for now, I want to show you what to do for the next step. So once your piece is put together, you're going to get your acrylic craft paint. And I suggest putting down a mat or something to cover your table so you can get paint on your table. And you want to just kind of do a nice color, a coating of paint on your bird. And because this is acrylic paint, it'll dry very, very opaque, which means you won't be able to see the cardboard tube underneath. And you want to cover the entire piece with this white paint. Okay. And this paint does dry very quickly, so I suggest in the meantime while it's drying, you can give yourself a snack, take a nap, totally up to you. But it does dry pretty quickly, so in about an hour, even maybe I'd even say half an hour, you can come back and you can do all your details. So you're going to paint your whole bird, whatever color you choose. I chose white, so when it's all finished painting, you put it aside to dry. Then when it's all finished, that's where I came in and did all my details with my marker. So I started with my black marker first. I drew in his eyes. I drew in his details for his beak. I drew in individual feathers. I decided to get a lighter color for some shadows in his feathers, then some orange for his beak and his feet, and on the back here his tails. And you can do, again, whatever detail you like, and depends on what color also you chose for your bird. So so I'd love to see your birds, so please send them in to me. I would love to see what you created, so please email me at steven@arthousehalton.com. And maybe you can make a bunch of different baby birds and put them by your window, and you can attract some real birds. You never know. So are you going to attract some real birds for me in my garden? We'll see you next time. Bye for now.